Hi, I'm Rob King and welcome to my Bucket Blaster review. Now, the Bucket Blaster is a wonderful cleaner, as we will find out, but it can be repurposed to a very energy efficient and environmentally friendly cooling system. Well, you'd better check it all out. Cheers, everyone. After my last couple of brews, I've had some trouble getting rid of the aroma in my fermenter. Hence cue, some NZ Brew 10 and a new toy, the Bucket Blaster.
Assuming I can break into it, that is.
I do have a history of not being able to get the lid off. A pump and a frame, some tubing, pipe, and lots of fittings. A fancy transfer.
Step 1 then, let's line the transfer up with the bottom of the bucket. Great. It really wouldn't be any fun if I read the instructions to figure out how it all fits together. Instead, I'll just randomly assemble pieces until it works.
Keep putting this pump down and sticking it to work surfaces.
To get started, I'm filling the bucket to the 11 litre minimum fill line.
5 grams for 10 litres for general use.
Our first use then is for cleaning using that NZ Brew 10. Second up, we are going to try some Chemsan. This is sanitizer and we're trying it out in the large fermenter and the 5 litre demijohn, though it does get rather foamy. For an extra challenge, I'm going to try it out on my old brew kettle to see if it can remove some of that burnt on grime. It didn't, but it was worth a try. Another alternative is to increase the concentration of cleaner. That also didn't work, but again, worth a try. Turning the Bucket Blaster on and off is really about your proximity to the plug socket. To work with a 5 litre demijohn, the neck is just a little bit more narrow, so you do have to take off the widget off the end of the pipe. In conclusion though, it does work with a wide variety of fermenters. All these extra fittings though did get me thinking.
If, for the sake of argument, I wanted to use this to push cold water through my chiller, all I need is one of these, a 1/2-inch bar that fits into the garden hose. I've actually attached it to a John Guest and that can't get it off. But I don't need to, so I'm fine. Not fully fitted, but you get the idea.
So that's the chiller side covered. Meanwhile, back at the pump, there is an existing fitting that allows tubing to be fitted. So all I need to do is screw that directly into the pump and voila, we can start pushing water around the chiller. Now, I'm very fond of this technique because it is much more efficient in terms of the use of water, environmentally friendly, if you will, in terms of that. And also I can start with a really low temperature water, lower than the normal temperature from the tap. Again, that will help us to bring the temperature down a little bit more quickly. All I need to do is stock up on ice cubes before I begin.
So here we have the Bucket Blaster pump feeding up into the normal housing, feeding into the chiller and back into the bucket. Get it all the way through this long chain.
The first time I used this technique, I put the water in the fridge the night before, so it chilled it down to as low a temperature as I could before I began the chilling stage. I started to chill down the water using the traditional method of running some cold water from the tap while I set up the Bucket Blaster, so the temperature would come down a little bit to begin with before it was all connected in. I topped it up with ice cubes to keep the temperature as low as possible, and it all worked wonderfully. Bucket Blaster cooling. Second time around, I went one step further and put the water into the freezer, so it was really as low as possible. This is the output from the chiller that is going to feed back into the bucket of cold water. and the output from the pump is going to connect to the input for the chiller. Plug it in and the chilled water is now circulating. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe, and do let me know of any other creative tips and techniques you have yourself alongside the Bucket Blaster. Good health everybody, happy home brewing.